Hey, are you ready? To do another one. Amos's sweater. That's Amos. Amos is a sheep. Ready? Amos was old, and Amos was cold, and Amos was tired of giving away all his wool. There he is. So one summer day when Aunt Hattie went out to the pasture with their big clipping shears, Amos balked. "Bah!" he cried. He butted Aunt Hattie and ran away. "Amos, stop!" shouted Aunt Hattie. "Stop, Amos!" But Amos did not stop. Ready? I'll show you this part. Oh, he looks pretty angry. Okay. Aunt Hattie ran after him. She chased him around and around and around the meadow. She chased him up a hill and down a hill, up the other hill and down the other hill, hillside across the brook. But Amos was way too fast. Uncle Henry had to help catch him and hold him down. Then Aunt Hattie clipped his wool. He's okay. I know he's got bandages on, but he's okay. He's just really mad. "There now, Amos," she said. "That wasn't so bad, was it?" "Bah!" said Amos. Aunt Hattie gave him an apple to make him feel better. But Amos did not feel better. He was old, he was cold, and now he was angry. Aunt Hattie washed the wool. She combed it and she spun it. Then she knitted it into a big, warm sweater for Uncle Henry. "Isn't that fine, Amos?" She showed him the big, warm sweater. "Bah!" Amos snatched at the sweater with his teeth. There he is. Every time Amos saw Uncle Henry wearing a sweater, he bit it. There was always Amos holes in it Aunt Hattie had to mend. There he is. He's biting the sweater. There he's biting the sweater again. One hot day when Uncle Henry left the sweater over the fence, Amos tried to pull it down. It stuck fast and he made such a huge hole in it, Aunt Hattie came after him with a stick. Ooh, very nice. Aunt Hattie mended the huge hole. She washed the sweater and hung it out to dry. Amos waited for her to go back into the house. Then he made a jump for it, but the line was too high. There's Amos over there. One night, Uncle Henry left the sweater on the table in the back kitchen of the house. The door was open and the moon was full. Amos could see the sweater from his stall in the barn. This is a sweater here. He butted the stall door. He shoved it. He butted it. He shoved it. He butted it and he shoved it until the door flew open. He dashed across the barnyard into the back kitchen. He yanked the sweater off the table. Furiously, he pulled it this way and that. An end of the yarn caught on his hoof. He pulled and twisted to get it loose. He tugged, he twisted, he bit. He rolled around on the floor. The more he struggled, the tighter the yarn wound around him. Soon he was so tangled he couldn't tell which was yarn and which was sweater, and which was Amos. "Bah!" he cried, "Bah! Bah!" in such rage. Aunt Hattie and Uncle Henry came running to see what had happened. "Oh, Amos, now you've done it," Aunt Hattie sighed. Uncle Henry laughed. He began to unwind the yarn. Amos glared at them with his angry eyes. Free at last, he stood up. His two front legs were deep in the arms of Uncle Henry's sweater, and his head poked through the top. "You know, Hattie, Amos is old," said Uncle Henry. "And maybe Amos is cold," said Aunt Hattie. And maybe, they said both at the same time, Amos is tired of getting rid of his wool. Now, if you go by the farm where Aunt Hattie and Uncle Henry live, you will see the sheep out in the pasture. There's one standing a little apart, and that's Amos. He's old, but he's not cold because he's wearing his sweater. The end, everybody. We'll see you soon.